So we're gonna tune in right now. This is losers semis. Slippyminaj making it further than anyone ever expected. The 11th seed here, facing the number 1 seed in the losers finals. Winner of this will play me. Thunder seems to be the lead of choice for unit97. Volt switch coming out now. Hoopa Unbounded is going to take a sizable chunk out of whatever Thunderous does switch into. Maybe not Therathorn, but Porygon 2 coming in. Gonna trace the Magician. Hyperspace Fury coming out. Gonna drop Booty Butt's defense rate, but Porygon 2 is not gonna be targeting that stat right now. What does Hyperspace Fury even do? It's just an attacking move. Okay. Looks like it's just a standard move, and then lowers the defense stat. Thunder Wave gonna paralyze the Skarmory. Skarmory doesn't tend to mind too much as long as he can continue to get his spikes up. Marowak coming in to threaten the Skarmory offensively. Gets the Stealth Rocks up, but not in time to damage Marrow. Marowak actually gonna be able to outspeed the Skarmory as well. Very interesting. Mantine gonna come in. Shadow Bone is going to be the hit. It's gonna drop Slippy's defense. Mantine maybe being able to outspeed this Marowak. I'm not entirely sure. If it could drop his attack with a burn, it has no chance of living whatever Shadow Bone comes next. But Venusaur is gonna be the switch in. Yep, and Scald's not gonna really dent Venusaur too much, but Slippy's gonna have to switch out unless he wants to face a Venusaur taking out perhaps his the core of this team here, this defensive core we've seen from Mantine. Here comes the Mega Evolution. Gonna Leech Seed, trying to read a switch in perhaps, but Slippy just electing to heal as he knows the defense drop is not going to be targeted by a Venusaur. So it looks like Slippy does not have a flying stab move on that. Venusaur is going to be able to get back all of his HP now. Slippy taking a few dents in the core of his team. But U-turn is going to come out, get rid of those Leech Seeds instead of setting up. I think he was fearing the hidden power failure coming out, and Hoopa Unbound is definitely applying ample pressure to this Venusaur, which might speed tie with it in fact as well. If Warren does have max speed investment, I know this Hoopa probably does. It is very, very offensive oriented. Psychic type stab attack will probably kill Venusaur. And as for what it can switch into, now there's not much. So we're just gonna wait. Let's see here. Drain Punch, trying to catch a read of some sort. Not going to be enough. Giga Drain. Warren just trying to keep this Venusaur alive. Now, let's see when the switch will come, if it comes at all. And Zed is going to be a switch out. Leech Seed coming in. Warren just kind of dancing around Slippy's team, just applying like such subtle pressure that they cannot switch out. But Hidden Power Fire is going to definitely take out that Scizor. I think Slippy had a lapse in memory that it was running that. So Tapu Koko is going to come in, try and put a dent in this Venusaur, which is just here so threateningly. Spreading Leech Seed around, forcing switch outs, and sitting in this pile of rocks. However, he does have to fear a poison type stab attack as retaliation. Volt Switch instead. Gonna keep pivoting around, trying to deal damage to this thing. And here comes the Skarmory, gonna block that Sludge Bomb actually. Skarmory gonna get seated. Toxic is immune though. No hidden power fire though, just gonna keep putting those steeds up. All of Venusaur's moves have been revealed. We know exactly what this thing is running. Yeah, we're gonna see another force switch out, but a good one at this time, as it's gonna be Mantime that comes in here. Trying to go for a burn, maybe get some residual damage up on the Venusaur, but Giga Drain just keeping its defenses strong and intact, having a really hard time dealing with them. And instead, yeah, so I don't know what the switch there was about. It seemed like Venusaur kind of was running away with this match on its own, but we're going to see another bulky grass type on the field. The burn coming just in time. Oh, okay. So it looks like Warren did want to get some hazards set up on Slippy's side, as most of his team has been swapping in and out quite often. That will dig into Mantine should he try and come in again. Looks like he's gonna swap out again on his own. Water Absorb's gonna be the call. Defog, Slippy getting rid of those entry hazards right away. I thought for sure we were gonna see a Scald there. Skarmory gonna switch back and recover coming up. Wow, this is such a defensive core being run here by Warren. And we're going to see another switch out. Marowak trying to threaten, knowing that he cannot come in on Stealth Rocks later if he does not want to take that residual chip damage. Probably going to throw out some Stealth Rocks of his own. No, looks like only Shadow Bone has been revealed so far. Definitely running Thick Club. That's one of the things you do know about Marowak, is that it rarely ever has a higher speed than those totals being displayed there. Gonna switch into Landorus. Shadow Bone's gonna hit pretty hard, but the attack drop is going to give Slippy a bit of reprieve, as Warren is going to have to switch out if he doesn't want to take a fully invested Earthquake. Perhaps in the Thunderous, but he's going to take some even more residual chip damage. Going to trace the Intimidate, get another attack drop off of, and going to knock off that Evolate. Very good switch in read. Perhaps waiting for the Marowak to stay in. Thanks for the sub, Black Ace X19 is very appreciated. Or not sub, the follow. And the Porygon is going to elect to recover yet again, giving Slippy a little bit more time to set up even further entry hazards. Gonna Thunderbolt, revealing one of its attacking moves. And finally the Toxic coming in, threatening that Porygon. Slippy letting know that he cannot just stay in place there. One of the few Pokemon on this team not actually immune to Toxic. And the Evolate is gone, so Porygon 2 losing a lot of its bulk there in the last exchange. And without entry hazard set up on Slippy's side, he is free to pivot around here. But his team is taking more and more residual damage. like Landorus is going to be the switch in. Knowing that Porygon 2 is running Ice Beam mode, this Landorus cannot stay in. Oh, I'm sorry, he's not. We don't know that yet, but we knew that from watching earlier. U-turn, going to get the Landorus out of there, taking more and more residual damage is the Porygon. This is a good move on Slippy's part in order to stay away from that powerful Ice Beam. Finally, Porygon 2 feeling a little threatened here. Warren probably going to switch it out in order to avoid that residual poison damage building up. That means Tapu Koko gets to hit whatever it feels like for free. Dazzling Gleam, not going to do much, but better than a electric type stab move, which would just boost Marowak's already insane attack to higher levels. Although he was forced to switch in on a he will outspeed it though if he has a move that perhaps can put a bigger chunk into it. He might be able to threaten this Marowak. But no, it looks like Shadow Bone's going to come out, and it's going to be a crit too. How unfortunate. Mantine maybe having the bulk to live that otherwise, but Pokemon has spoken. Warren, or Slippy's core Mantine will not be living that Shadow Bone. But Hoopa Unbound definitely going to threaten this this Marowak a little bit, forcing a switch out. We've seen Warren keep that Garchomp tightly stored away too. Definitely, like, that appears to be his late game sleeper by all means. Slippy seemed slowly getting kind of worn away by this really defensive core Warren has, not showing his hand on the Garchomp or really the Thundurus, and trying to read the switch in with Drain Punch, and it's not going to work out for Slippy. Slippy needs a miracle at this time in order to pull away with this victory. None of his Pokemon are any longer fresh, but he does have some hard-hitting factors in the form of Tapu Koko and Landorus, both of which were without status and able to yeah, Knockoff gonna come out there. Interesting to see that run on Landorus of all Pokemon. But will it be enough to break through this Venusaur? Knockoff gonna come in. Venusaur looking to get some more residual HP stored up. It appears that Landorus is choiced, as it did not go for one of its stab attacks. Sludge Bomb? No, Giga Drain instead, and that's gonna, wow, that's gonna tear through Tapu Koko, which doesn't seem to have an answer in its move pool for this Venusaur, but it does have its Z move. Giga will have it coming in, and it's gonna do a good amount of damage to Mega Venusaur, but not quite enough to remove it as a threat. Slippy, I think, has shown his hand at this point with the Scarf. Hidden Power, nowhere near enough to dent that Mega Venusaur with Thick Fat, negating two of its weaknesses. Skarmory here, probably not going to be able to do it on his own, as he is paralyzed and already at half health. Yeah, Slippy's gonna concede defeat.